we have to say enough is enough. We have to draw a line in the sand and say enough is enough. Humanity must do better. Tyre Nichols was brutally beaten so badly by US cops, he lost his life. And this has to stop. Humanity must do better. One love to you, beautiful deep divers. Let's breathe. You got to do better than that. Let's go, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. What are we doing? Raising the frequency. You better be raising the vibration, sprinkling that good ass energy on you right now, deep divers. Just take all of it, okay? Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are here, and I'm FaceTiming you right now. If you are watching this video, focus on the positive. Focus on how your life is changing for the better, and it will. Now, I want to talk to you today, deep divers, about this tragic story of Tyre Nichols, who was brutally beaten up so badly by US cops. He unfortunately lost his life in the process. And this has caused total outrage all across the world. Absolutely shocking. And we got to talk about this. I want everybody to hit that like button right now. I'm about to go in. I want everybody to hit that like button right now. Let's get this video into the algorithm. I've got some very important information to share with you about this situation and this tragic case. So, when I heard about this story of Tyre Nichols, who was stopped by US cops and they beat him up so badly, I don't recommend watching that video because we shouldn't be seeing images like that of our kings. Slow motion this side. I want to send condolences to the family. I want to send condolences to his mother. I want to send condolences to his father. And I want to talk to you today, deep divers, about this whole situation and solutions. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So this is a very tragic story of Tyre Nichols, who was brutally beaten up so badly. He lost his life. He lost his life in the process. And this should never happen. After George Floyd, it should have never have happened again, but it did. And this is a big sign. System failure. Race is an illusion created by Blumen back in 1795. The classification of races, which was used as a justification for the transatlantic slave trade. However, racism is an attitude which is very much alive. And there's something called systemic racism, institutional racism, and it lives all around the world, especially in America. So there is a lot of racism in the United States of America, how they racially profile people of color It's been happening. And people have to do something about it, because enough is enough. And let me give you a brief overview of this story, okay? I'm just trying to go home. That's what he said, Tyre Nichols. Say his name, deep divers. So, the tragic, shocking story. The Memphis Police Department has released harrowing body cam footage of 5 police officers fatally beating Tyre Nichols following a traffic stop for purported reckless driving. The video released on Friday night shows Nichols, 29, crying out for his mother multiple times during the brutal January 7th assault, which took place just a few blocks from his home. "Mom, Mom," screams Nichols as he is pinned to the ground by multiple officers, pepper sprayed and beaten following a foot chase. All 5 officers involved in the killing were charged with second degree murder in killing Nichols, with the district attorney saying that though they all play different roles, they are all responsible. Still, police across the nation are bracing for potential violent unrest in response to the graphic and highly disturbing footage. It is absolutely shocking. And like I said, these videos should not be shown like the way they are, because we are dehumanizing the situation. This is someone's son, cousin, brother. A mother has lost a son. A father has lost a son. So we've got to remind ourselves this is totally unacceptable. I can't even begin to imagine what his mother is going through. She is traumatized like much of the world. No mother should have to bury their son. No mother should have to go through this. A change is needed. The mother said she couldn't even watch it. Many people are outraged. Many people are fed up. And many people have had enough. But what are we going to do about it? Because the media never talks about the solutions. They only give you the problems. And we've got to remind ourselves, nothing is going to change unless people realize these are symptoms of a far greater problem. We're going to talk about it. So this is Tyre Nichols. He had everything going for him, and his life was tragically cut short. This is unacceptable, deplorable, and unnecessary. People protesting, saying, "Justice for Tyre Nichols." People are outraged. Vigils being held in America, in Memphis. People saying enough is enough. These were the cops. Now, we've got to remind ourselves, this happened with George Floyd in 2020, right? And the cop, Derek Chauvin, later got charged. But you see, a lot of people know that when you have that blue badge, when you're in that blue uniform, a lot of cops hide behind the badge and do deplorable things. And it is time for that to stop. It's not only happening in the US, it's happening even in the UK. So here you have a UK police officer who did Derek Carrick who did deplorable things to women, but he was hiding behind his British police uniform. So we have to hold people in law enforcement accountable, and justice for Tyre Nichols must be served. When you remind yourself, deep divers, I told you, racism does exist. It's an attitude. And there is institutional racism. There is racism even in Hollywood, how they portray people of color. Thank goodness. Pharrell Williams talked about these stories. Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, right? Talked about these stories of these three wonderful women of color. Mary Jackson. They were the first mathematicians in NASA to help John Glenn orbit space and plot the trajectory. So, hidden figures. They need to start promoting more of that. Here we have Robert Smalls, who commanded a Confederate ship and freed 16 slaves. He later on became a congressman. Where is the Netflix story about that? Why is that important? Because you see, people of color in America, African Americans, have to be portrayed in a better way in the media. And the media doesn't portray other groups of people like that. They don't show them being beaten up in viral videos. It's totally unacceptable. I'm a psychologist. I'm a criminologist. So even the media have a part to play in systemic racism. And it's time for it to come to an end. No, you don't have to be a rapper, a sports personality, an athlete. You can be a scientist. You can be a doctor. You can be an intellectual. And there are many African Americans who are exactly that. Scientists, doctors, rocket scientists. But the media doesn't promote them, doesn't show them off. 1923. Garrett Morgan invented the traffic light system we're using today. An African American. Where is the Netflix story about that? So, Tyre Nichols, a very tragic story, but something has to be done. A lot of officers do this. A lot of cops do this because they know they will get away with it. Some of the officers have already been released on bail, and they know that they can hide behind the uniform. Well, it's time to bring about a bigger deterrent so they will think twice about doing that again. We better get justice for Tyre Nichols. Say his name, because his name is important. His life was important. And I want you to remind yourself, deep divers, there is only one race on the planet. It's called the human race. Everybody bleeds red. But in the Matrix, they want to separate you. They want to divide you. And humanity has to be united. It's way bigger than skin color. It's way bigger than race. But many people are still programmed into believing in this whole notion that people of different skin colors, some of them are more violent. Some of them are actually doing worse things. And that's a big illusion. We've got to remind ourselves, this UK police officer, they call him the worst police officer in British history. But you would never know. So we've got to remind ourselves, enough is enough. Let's bring justice for Tyre Nichols. Let's say enough is enough. Let's raise awareness, because raising awareness does help. And African Americans, Floyd Mayweather said something very important. He said, when I go to the Olympics, I'm an American. But if I do something wrong, I'm an African American. So we've got to remind ourselves that if you're an African American, you're an American. Because before Columbus, you were there. We can talk about the Moors as well. So we can talk about who people of color were before slavery, because it goes back to ancient Egypt, whole history. But they're not going to tell you about that. And a lot of people don't know their worth. And this is the reason why they take other people's lives. This has to stop. I had to bring you this message. I want everybody to hit that like button right now and share this video. Hit that like button right now and share this video. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Hey. Beautiful deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the-book. The Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version. Also, go and get the Good Ass Prana shirts. Go and get the Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. We have to wake up, because all lives matter, and this should never happen over a simple traffic stop. This is ridiculous. The US police departments all across the US should be ashamed of themselves and hold these people accountable. And they must pay the cost for the life they have taken. I love all of you deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Once again, I want everybody to hit that like button right now. I'll wait. Hit that like button, share this video. And I want everybody to leave a positive message down below. Leave a positive message down below. Because right now, that's what we're all about. We're all about raising the frequency. We're all about raising the vibration. It's one love.